evening to all. Dear students, in my previous video, I was discussed about chemical reaction and equation. The first topic that was physical and chemical changes, and what are the changes taking place during chemical changes, but chemical reactions. Okay, and right now in this video I will discuss the rest of the topic from the chapter 1 chemical reaction and equation, the class 10 science. Okay, then let me do start. Okay, so chemical reaction, the definition of chemical reactions. The definition is like the process in which two or more substances, when react with each other, then they produce a new substance with new property, is called a chemical reaction. Okay, so if I will give one example, it will be clear to you what is chemical reaction. Say you have taken a piece of magnesium ribbon and burn it in presence of oxygen. Okay, then it will produce a new product, magnesium oxide, which has completely new properties. Okay, so the chemical symbol of magnesium is Mg, and it is in solid state. State you have to mention also, during chemical reaction you have to mention the state of the matter also. Then when it is burned, so in the presence of oxygen in gaseous state, then it will produce a new product which is called magnesium oxide with new properties. See, magnesium is a metal and oxygen is a gas, and magnesium in solid state and oxygen in gaseous state. When they are react, they will produce a new product, MgO, that is S. When we burn the magnesium ribbon, we get the S, and chemically it is shown as MgO, magnesium oxide, and it has a completely different properties with the reactant magnesium and oxygen. In a chemical reaction, there is two parts. When I write all the reactions, then definitely you can understand. Two parts are what? See, in a chemical reaction, in between reactant and product, there is an arrow, and at the tail side of the arrow, the substances which will react with each other, they are called reactant. These are called reactant. Okay, and after their reaction, what is the new product is produced, that is called product. Okay, product. So I will give one more example. Say hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen also in gaseous state and oxygen also in gaseous state. When they are combined in a definite ratio, the definite ratio is 2:1. When hydrogen and oxygen gas combine with each other with a definite ratio, that is 2:1, they will produce a new product, that is H2O, which is in liquid state. So completely new product and with new properties you will get in a chemical reaction. Okay, so here hydrogen was in gaseous state and oxygen was in gaseous state. But when they are combined in a definite ratio, they will produce a one new product, that is H2O. In general, it is called water. And water is in liquid state. Okay, so it will produce a new product. Right now, what are the changes taking place during chemical reaction? It cannot be reversed back. But sometimes we can reverse back it again in some particular cases. Okay, so cannot be separated by the general physical method like filtration, centrifugation, condensation. By using this type of general physical method, we cannot bring it back and reverse back. Okay, but by using some particular process, we can get it back. That means we can reverse it back to its original form. Say, when you are allowing hydrogen and oxygen gas to react with each other at a definite ratio, then they will produce H2O. But again, we can break it down. This H2O can break it down again to H2 and O2 to its original state, gaseous state. How it is possible? By doing electrolysis, you will get this process here, electrolysis process. So we can bring it back again to its original position. So electrolysis is what? When current is passing through water, then we can break the water molecule again to its original from hydrogen and oxygen gas. So it is possible only in some particular cases, but not for in all cases. Say you are burning the magnesium ribbon in presence of oxygen and it will produce S. So S cannot be again bring it back to its original position like magnesium, metal and oxygen like that. So in some particular process only, particular case only, we can bring it back by using some chemical process. Okay. So this is chemical reaction. After that, we go for chemical equation. So I will not explain the chemical equation separately because it is same to chemical reaction. But what is the difference between chemical reaction and equation is that in chemical reaction we are using what? Say for hydrogen we are using what? Hydrogen. Plus for oxygen we are using what? Oxygen. Okay? Then it will produce water. That means water. So in chemical reaction we are using words instead of the chemical symbol. But in chemical equation, what are the substances or elements participate in the chemical reaction that will be used by using chemical symbol or chemical formula only. In chemical equation, we are using chemical symbol or formula. But in chemical reaction, we are using what? We are using what in chemical reaction. So that is the difference. Right now, I will discuss one more topic, that is what? Balancing of chemical reaction. Balancing of chemical reaction. Let me grab this one, okay? Balancing of chemical reaction. Balancing of chemical reaction. Chemical reaction. Balancing of chemical reaction. So first of all, question is that why should we balance a chemical reaction? The chemical reaction should be always in balance. But why we should balance the chemical reaction? Because according to the law of conservation of mass, what it is? Energy cannot be created nor be destroyed in a chemical process. So that means what? In a chemical process, what are the substances participate in the chemical reaction as a reactant or product? Their quantity should be equal, both in reactant and product part. Okay, that means, say I have already mentioned you that when magnesium ribbon is burned, in presence, it is in solid state in presence of oxygen and which is in gaseous state. Okay. When magnesium ribbon is burned in presence of oxygen, it will produce MgO, magnesium oxide, which is also in solid state. Okay, that should be mentioned in chemical equation or reaction. So in this reaction, what happened? We have seen in the reactant part here magnesium and oxygen is there, and in the product part magnesium is and oxygen is also there. But thing is that here magnesium, quantity of magnesium, one magnesium atom is there, and here also one magnesium atom is there. But here two oxygen atom is there, and here one oxygen atom is there. That means there is imbalance. There is imbalance between reactant and product. Then in this case we have to balance the chemical reaction so that the reactant parts, the elements of reactant parts and the product parts should be in same quantity. They should be equal to each other. So to make oxygen 2 here in the product also, we have to multiply this by 2. Then number of oxygen here it is also 2, here it is also 2, number of oxygen. But again same time when you are balancing the oxygen, what you have observed that magnesium, the number of magnesium atom is also 2 here. But here in the reactant the number of magnesium atom is 1. Again we have to balance this, so we have to multiply it by 2. So 2 magnesium atom plus 2 oxygen atom in the reactant part, and in the product part also 2 magnesium atom and 2 oxygen atom is there. Right now this reaction is called balanced reaction. Before this it was called skeletal reaction. Okay. So after that, say I have taken one more this one, whatever I have taken previously, H2, hydrogen gas plus oxygen gas. When they are combined in a definite ratio, they are produced H2O. Is this reaction is balanced? No, this reaction is not balanced. See here the hydrogen quantity is 2, here also 2. But here oxygen is 2 at the reactant part. But in the product the oxygen is 1. So we have to balance it. So to make it 2, we have to multiply it by 2. Then oxygen is balanced in both sides, reactant and product. In both part it is balanced. But at the same time, when you are doubling the oxygen, then the hydrogen quantity is increased. Then it becomes 4. Here it is 2. So we have to multiply this hydrogen by 2. Then you will see here the hydrogen atom is 4, here also 4. Oxygen is 2 and here also 2. And it is in liquid state. Now this reaction is called balanced reaction. So how to balance a chemical reaction? Say, how to balance a chemical reaction? Say, in your textbook, NCERT textbook, it is given. But when you practice yourself, no need to do like that. It is given like this, that this is reactant part, reactant, this is product part, okay, and this one the number of units. Okay, say I have taken a piece of iron. The chemical symbol of iron is Fe, and keep it in the air for a long time. So what is there in the air? Moisture, water vapor is there. So when I will keep it in the open air, then definitely it will react with water. As a result, what it will produce? It will produce Fe3O4 plus OH2, hydrogen gas will produce. Now here you will see in the reactant, first of all you have to write here element. Element by substances, element. So in the reactant, what is that element? Fe. In the reactant first element is Fe. So the reactant part, how many iron is here? 1 iron is here. In the product, how many iron is there? 3 iron is there. Again, in the reactant part, how many oxygen is there? Oxygen is, how many oxygen is there? 1 oxygen is there. But in product, how many oxygen? 4 oxygen is there. Okay? Again, at the same time, here hydrogen, the quantity of hydrogen is 2. The quantity of hydrogen element is 2. And in the product also, the hydrogen is 2. Hydrogen is already balanced. Right now, you have to balance it. See, in the reactant, the number of iron is 1, but in product 3. So we have to multiply it by 3. Then it will be Fe3. Okay. Again, the number of oxygen is what? In the reactant 1, and in the product it is 4. So we have to multiply this by 4. Okay. Then only your equation will be balanced. See here. So I will rewrite the equation. This is skeletal equation. After balancing, I will rewrite this one. Fe. Iron is in solid state. State you have to mention. Plus water. Water is in liquid state. Okay. When they will react, they will produce Fe3O4. That is ferric oxide plus hydrogen. So right now, to make the iron equal in both sides, reactant and product, we have to multiply it by 3. Then iron will be equal in reactant and product. And again, oxygen here is 4 in the product, but here is 1. So we have to multiply it by 4. Then oxygen, quantity of oxygen, the number of atom of oxygen will be balanced. Here is also 4, here is also 4. After that, when we are balancing the oxygen in the H2O, then we have to multiply it by 4. Okay, when we multiply it by 4, then number of hydrogen also increase. So here is number of hydrogen 8. We have to make in the product part also the number of hydrogen 8. So we have to multiply it by 4. Okay, so it will be like this. And then 2 into 4. Here also 2 into 4. 8. Okay, so right now the number of elements participating in the reaction for both part, reactant and product part, is equal, and they maintain the law of conservation of mass. So thus you can balance a equation. It will be easier for you when you will take lot of chemical reaction and try to balance it by yourself. Then it will be easier for you to balance any kind of